Education system in northeastern and generally northern Kenya is really struggling now, and particularly northeastern Kenya because of the recent insecurity situation. The education system is actually having a lot of difficulties now because one, Mandera, for example, as we speak, we have a 58% teacher gap, which means there are classes which open during the term and close after the term without students seeing a teacher in that classroom. And that is the dire situation it is. And the situation looks like it's going to get worse, especially if the scare by the non-local teachers is going to happen and those teachers are going to run away. And my appeal is to those non-local teachers that the problem we are facing now in northeastern and particularly in Mandera is a national problem. It's not a problem targeting non-local teachers. People can interpret what they want to interpret in different ways, but I can assure you, in the spate of attacks that have happened on education institutions and on teachers in northeastern, both the non-locals have suffered and the local teachers have also suffered equally. But the biggest sufferer of the entire situation is the child. Education is a universal human right, and the child in northeastern deserves to be taught just like any other child in this country. Otherwise, the universal declaration that every child must get basic education will become a pipeline in northeastern. And if this situation goes on and the child in northeastern is unable to acquire basic education, then we are dealing with a population of ignorant people. And that ignorance might not be a problem to this country now, but a few years down the road, that population of many youths who have not gone to school will become a problem to this country. We are putting a lot of effort. First of all, we are creating a lot of awareness because most Kenyans who are not from northeastern have been sensitized in a way to believe that the non-local teachers who are working in northeastern are deliberately being targeted by the locals who are living in northeastern. That's a fallacy, and it's a situation we need to correct because what we are dealing with right now is an external excursion onto this country. It's a foreign attack on the country, and when foreigners attack this country, they don't choose who is a local, who is a non-local, and therefore it's just to create awareness, educating other Kenyans that what we are dealing with is a national problem, and we will be shooting ourselves in the foot if we start dividing ourselves, locals versus non-locals. And that is exactly what the extremists want, to divide religions against religion, to divide regions against regions, and to scare people who are aimed at developing a particular region. And that is what we are doing as leaders. We are also trying to meet as leaders and make sure we deal with the insecurity issues, because we had a meeting in Mandera recently. All leaders, we went there and we discussed with the local administration on what needs to be done to be able to deal with this problem. Later on, we had a meeting in Wajir where we invited all the leaders in northeastern, including all the governors. We again discussed what needs to be done as a region to deal with this problem. We have solutions. We have shared these solutions with the relevant government agencies. We need those relevant government agencies to act on those solutions, and then we'll have no problem in northeastern.